Hello world, it's me, DJ Kode Red, and I'm standing outside of the Caribbean Mardi Gras production studio where I've decided to hang out with artist and art director Ralph Taylor. This man is a legend in the Caribbean community here in Detroit, and it was only right that I got to sit down and pick his brain for a minute. At his studio, he's preparing this week for the Summer in the Village Caribbean Festival at Lathrup Village. And I'm gonna check out some of his projects. So stay tuned, because you're kicking it with Kode Red. It's like Disney World in the studio. I'm out.
So, like I tell women that whoever gets me is a good package, man. Yeah, some of them could handle it and some cannot, man. Yep.
That's good.
But I'm blessed, and a lot of times you don't want to toot your horn, but I'm comfortable in my skin.
Hot stuff. Yeah.
Okay, I'm Ralph Taylor, artist in residency and art director of Caribbean Mardi Gras production. I like to have fun, and you could tell, you know what I mean? You could tell I love people, the key thing in life. You gotta love each other,
Thank you for being here too. All right, it's showtime.
This is Ralph Taylor. A mild-mannered, easygoing, and resourceful kind of guy. A man who doesn't look for praise or applauses. He just does his own thing. Someone who people look to for guidance in the community, who's been an influence on a lot of people's lives. Oh yeah, not to mention, he's been around the world showcasing his art collection. I got an opportunity to take a glimpse into his life, so I'm taking you with me on this journey as we look at the history, tradition, and culture of Ralph Taylor.
Forgive me for anybody in the front row I spit on, my bad. We're gonna go to the next one. Yeah.
As a young man, somewhat like you, how you were excited to do the workshop and you were involved and you were hands-on in the workshop. That is the way I was when I was growing up in my neighborhood in Trinidad. Because we had the Carnival, which Americans would say Mardi Gras, but we grew up with Carnival around us. And I was applauded and amazed by how people would take nothing and make something out of it, and it becomes beautiful. So I was surrounded by people who were loving, decent, creative people. In coming out here and understanding the meaning that it takes a village to raise a child, I was raised by a village. I could go by my neighbor and eat and drink and go home, and my mother wouldn't be worried or my father wouldn't be worried where I was or blah, blah, blah. So it was a good thing, and it's the same exposure I got to the creative side of it. Preparing for the parades, we would have what we call mass camps, and they're just preparing for the parade. So it becomes a community, neighborhood activity where everybody gets involved. So I was a kid who would go over and watch the guys, and so I just got a love for it. So the day of the parade, my mother would take me down to the parade with my 6 sisters. And I would just enjoy, and sometimes the group that came from my village or my area, I would be following them and picking up the drop-offs from the costumes, like the feathers and beads and stuff, and I'd take it home and create something. So the experience is wide, deep, and high. Okay? So me, I'm willing to share my experience with anybody that is ambitious enough to receive it and appreciate it.
Ralph is a man of many talents. If I tried to tell you everything he could do, I'd probably leave something out. But I can guarantee you, it's nothing less than amazing. He's about keeping culture and tradition alive. And on Monday nights, he invites the community out to his studio to learn an art form called steel drums.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Lyndon Sozano. I'm the steel drum instructor here at Caribbean Mardi Gras Production. The name of the group is Caribbean Pans of Joy. And we rehearse here once a week, every Monday from about 7:30 to about 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I came to Detroit for a festival that they used to have at Wayne State. Wayne State used to have this big festival, art festival, and they hired my band that I played with in New Jersey. We came here and ran into Ralph Taylor, and he asked me to come to this area here to see what he was doing, and he needed help, and he asked me if I would come back. So I tell him, yeah, I don't mind coming back. So I left Detroit and I went back to New Jersey. Then he kept calling and calling, you know. And I said, okay, I'll come back. Came back for a little while. Get the band going. We did a lot of stuff in the community. We did some stuff for Channel 4, you know. We did some stuff for Fishbones downtown. And a lot of community projects we did. And then I left and I went back to Trinidad for a while, and he called me up again. He said, man, are you coming back? You know. So I came back a second time, and I've been here ever since, you know. Yeah.
Being in the studio was astonishing. I felt like I was a kid in a candy shop. I wanted everything. Just seeing the lights and the colors and the costumes, hearing the sounds, revisiting history, learning the culture, the energy, it was pure genius. But it doesn't stop there. Ralph isn't all work. He likes to play a little bit and have a good time and enjoy some of the finest foods. So he took me to one of his favorite restaurants, Norma G's, and, well, we ate really good there.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I just wanna be rich. Be rich with a pocket full of money.
Hi, I'm Anne Marie. I'm the hostess here at Norma G's restaurant in Detroit. Norma G's opened a year ago. We just celebrated our first anniversary. Lester Gouveia, the owner, is from Trinidad, and Norma is his mother. And all of the recipes are from his mother. When he grew up, he was eating curry goat, curry chicken, oxtail, and he's brought all of this here to Detroit for all of us to enjoy. And this is a wonderful meeting place. I like to say it's a scene. On a weekend, we have wonderful people, old, young, babies, white, black. Just everybody comes, everyone has a good time. The music is fun and the food is fabulous. I've been here since Norma G's opened, and I can't remember when Ralph started coming, but it was in those first months for sure. He sat right here at the bar. He started talking to all of us, giving us ideas on how we could make the place just more inviting artistically. And here it is less than a year later, and we've got his beautiful artwork, his gorgeous fabrics that he uses in his parades, on his costumes. And we're so pleased to have him actually be an intrinsic part of this restaurant.
I just wanna be rich.
Yes, sir.
Everything all right?
Oh, yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. We have one problem, but...
After a good night of food and entertainment, it's back to work. This week, we were preparing for the Carnival parade in Lathrup Village, so we had to stop by Channel 4 to do some promotions. She got somebody for you? Is she sending somebody?
He says she's on her way. I don't know, but what we decide, Lorraine called me. I said, well, probably you could wear one of the headdresses.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it would give it a whole different twist.
Me?
Yeah.
You should have told me, man. I would have put on makeup
just
and...
the headdress.
Okay.
All right. See, that's how stars are being born.
Jeez. All right. Say no more.
Let's do it right. Let's do it right. I pray that this lasts forever.
Well, Carnival is a festive season where people create colorful masks and costumes for a parade that will remind you of a huge street party.
The biggest celebrations are in the Caribbean or South America just before Lent, but you can have your own taste of Carnival right here in Lathrup Village at the first Caribbean Festival this weekend. We want to welcome a couple of the people making this happen in our community. Sophia Chu, who's the festival manager, wearing one of the headdresses.
Beautiful orange headdress there. And we also have Ralph Taylor, costume designer with Mardi Gras Productions. And of course, we have our beautiful model, Alex, wearing the green headdress. So thank you for being with us, guys.
We got Jason. Get people to take a couple pictures. You got it. Thank you.
2 minutes.
Well, you know what I wish we as a people could come together and support each other. 1, 2, I recommend for us to find something that we are good with and make it our signature. Because too often, like right now in present day time, we're seeing our neighborhoods are changing, but you always have to remember, no one could never take away what you have inside your brain. Okay? Now, if you are ambitious, they would receive you and accept you. If you don't have something to offer, they would look down at you. So my thing is make a signature, let people know who you are, move forward with your signature. Anytime your signature go out, it's you it's representing, so do it good.
Do you want my love?
Everybody, let's go. I'm in a happy place right now.
We made it.
Let's go, come
It's
on.
the end of the week, and it's time to let the fun begin.
Everybody, let's go.
Tonight, we're preparing for the VIP meet and greet. And Ralph is setting up one of his art pieces for the presentation.
Let's get ready.
What I've learned is never disturb an artist at work. So let's take a closer look at what happened at the dinner.
So now I'm in a good place, dancing on the girl with the slim waist. Something about the way that she moving, got me thinking about doing new things. I'm trying to get lost in the music, the way the beat sound is a music. Don't stop dancing, keep it moving. Sun's coming up, we still grooving.
Do you want my love?
Everybody,
Do you want my love?
sing it with me.
Do you want my love?
Get freaky with it.
Do you want my love?
Everybody.
My name is Sophia Chu. I'm the owner and operator of L&M Business and Consulting Services. I am the project manager for the Lathrup Village Caribbean Fest, and we are indeed in Lathrup Village City Hall. So we were gracious enough to be invited to host the first annual VIP reception for Lathrup Village Festival. What we did was we honored the sponsors, and we also introduced the Caribbean community to the Lathrup Village community. So Ralph was very instrumental in bringing us here to Lathrup Village to excite the people about our culture. I've known Ralph for probably over 20 years, and he has a fabulous, fabulous costume warehouse that he designs and creates these beautiful costumes. I have actually made costumes with him and wear his costumes. So I'm so looking forward to tomorrow. He asked me if I would wear his huge costume, the fish. So I will be a part of the parade tomorrow, and I'm so looking forward to it. Well, I just want you to know, the state of Michigan, we've been as Caribbean people here since the 1800s, and we aren't going anywhere. So we're here to teach you diversity and inclusion as it regards the Caribbean collective community. One love. Peace. Yes. Oh, you late.
Do you want my love?
Everybody, let's go.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just wanna be right next to you. I don't want nobody else but you.
Nobody now.
I just wanna be right next to you. I don't want nobody else but you.
It's no way I know how far this thing will go, but all I know, I'm with you wherever we go. Right from the start, you took my heart. We never been apart. Damn, we smart. Let's not stop. Not now, not here, never. Cause
Ain't nobody else I wanna be around.
nah.
Ain't nobody else I wanna be around. Nobody but you. I just wanna be right next to you. I don't want nobody else but you. I just wanna be right next to you. I don't want nobody else but you. Now I'm stuck.
was it. The party just kept going. Following the parade was a festival. There was live music. Vendors came out. The community showed up. Man, it was a crazy celebration. And Ralph Taylor's legacy lives on as he continues to push tradition forward.
Okay. I'm Ralph Taylor, signing out and kicking it with Kode Red. I like your spirit. I like your spirit too, man. I like your spirit.
Your love don't stop, your love don't stop, your love don't stop, your love don't stop, no. Love don't stop, love don't stop, no. Your love don't stop, love don't stop, no.